Hello friends, welcome back. Resident Homo here. We're at Kanuck Chronicle episode 2. I do realize that it's been quite some time since the last upload, since I came back home. Apologies for that. Things have been very hectic and very busy. There's some new content and new projects that are upcoming, and I am really excited to share those with you, but we're not here to talk about that today. Today we go back to revisit one of my travel destinations when I was out in Medicine Hat, Alberta. There was a Thai restaurant, actually. Not just Thai. Thai and Sushi. Sushi and Thai. They were my friend's favorite spot to go to in town, so why not? We had to go check it out. So one thing I did notice when I walked in, obviously free Wi-Fi, which is fantastic. No internet service out there basically meant I was dead in the water because I didn't have an international plan on my phone. So that was awful. But free Wi-Fi, not awful. Not awful in the slightest. They were also apparently voted #1 sushi in Medicine Hat, which after tasting a couple other sushi joints in town, I don't really have any objection to. Their salmon is quite good, I will say that. I guess there's a freeze-dry method or something that another friend of mine was mentioning that allows folks not near the oceans to get pretty well-preserved quality of fish, but I will say that that does seem to only be true with salmon. I see why the shrimp and the tuna, maybe not so hot out there. Now, that said, this is one of my first times visiting one of these places, at least not like the ones that we have here. Now, there was a place that I was at in Reno that was kind of similar. They had you mark off all of your items that you wanted on a checklist and then send those in, and then you get your order. Out here we have tableside service, so we have to order everything just as the waiter or waitress comes by, which isn't the worst of things, but when the restaurant gets busy, there does tend to sometimes be that lag, and that's something that can really be difficult when your server is your gateway to your food. Now, one thing I will say that I thought was really clever and inventive of them, they do something a little bit different. They handed out a sort of iPad-like device to every table, and basically what you would do is you take the device, you punch in your orders, it gets sent to the kitchen electronically, your server comes by and still brings you your food, takes your drink order, all that stuff, but there's no lag, there's no gap. You decide you want something later, cool, snag it, it's right there. One really cool thing I did notice also, it was actually pretty comparable to what we pay out here. I mean, after currency conversion and all, but it wasn't like we're talking 30 USD to eat there for the all you can eat. So now that night, I wish I'd gotten a little bit more varied footage, as well as some footage of the food. I think there's a couple bits where I didn't, and that may have just been due to my hunger or greed. I was trying something else out, a little new. I don't usually film while I'm out eating. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to see if we can't do something a little bit more interactive as I go out to restaurants instead of just taking photos of what I ordered. Today's video, we do have a number of other folks joining us. We do have my friend Pyrrha, one of her best friends, Shaylene's husband, Dylan, and also Pyrrha's mom, who I've also kind of taken to calling mom, as long as that's still okay. So while the sushi was on point, especially with the salmon, not so much the tuna, which is usually a bit more my speed, I did give a shot at some of the Thai aspect. Now granted, the Thai restaurant, or the Thai food that they kind of mixed in was, I think, a little bit more generalized. It's like when you go to Panda Express and you order teriyaki chicken. It's like, it's there. Technically Japanese food, but I mean, take it as you will. Now, if I do remember right, they offered things like fried rice and stir fry and all that sort of stuff. But one thing I did get that really piqued my interest was very Japanese for something that was supposed to be Thai, and that was their beef tataki. which came out and it had a very sort of almost salty and savory sort of sauce from what I remember. I know. I'm trying to describe food that I ate like months and months and months ago, but that said, I really appreciate how thinly sliced it was. I really appreciate how the sauce melded together. I believe they also put sliced cucumbers on there, and that was really nice also. All in all, I found the experience really, really nice. It reminds me a lot of what I have here back home, just while I was abroad. I would say overseas, but technically I didn't cross an ocean. Anyway, so as far as today's episode goes, I know it's a bit on the short side. It's just covering one specific day, one specific event. There will be other footage that comes out in following Kanuck Chronicle, and there I'll be going over some of the other things that I took photos of and filmed while I was up there. Some really, really fun stuff. Alright folks, so I know it's just a travel blog, but thanks for tuning in. This is Resident Homo, signing out.